Did he probably say that behind?
I don't know.
No, he did some shit that was good. Like he took some medicine that was for some cancer, something. It's like one of them medicines you need if you got some shit. You need this medicine to live. I can't remember what it was. The shit was like they said in the pharmaceutical industry, the markup on medicine is like
high as hell.
Way high. It's like I don't know how much it was. They gave the percentage. It was real high, like 90% markup or some shit like that. He giving the shit away for like damn near nothing. Yeah. He won't take insurance.
Oh, so
he won't take insurance because he'll have to raise the price of the medicine. He don't want to do that.
So he did the opposite.
People like where they can afford it.
So he did the opposite of them. That dude that bought the Wu-Tang album
on his ass. They hating for that shit.
Yeah, Martin Shkreli did the opposite of that.
Right.
Took that shit, ran it all. He took a what?
$15 pill, made it $850.
Yeah,
he went crazy.
Mark Cuban did the opposite of that.
Okay, yeah, that is a good deed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know they hating on him.
Money.
Because they couldn't into their junk.
He don't give a fuck.
You know all that insurance shit is a scam anyway, right?
Go ahead, speak on it.
That's something
like some of the pharmaceutical companies.
That's another topic too that we ain't never get into.
We talking about it now. We recording.
We talking about this shit being scam though. We
said
that shit was a
scam.
All that's a scam. Them companies, they go to the doctors and be like, we'll give you such amount of kickback if you push this on your patients.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
That shit is. Let's get into it. The morals versus money shit. Let's get into it. Let's jump right into it. First of all, let me introduce this podcast. This is the Legend Has It motherfucking podcast. I go by the name of Artwork. I'm in the building. We got a special guest in this motherfucker tonight. If you special, baby.
Special.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, big dog.
Hey, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Tease.
Yeah.
T to the double E, Z-Y. What's happening, y'all, man? I'm back in the building. Y'all know who it is.
What's happening, man?
F, baby.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Welcome.
Damn, this shit is crazy as hell. I feel so good right now.
Welcome back.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. God damn, it feels so good.
They thought you
That's on some real shit. This shit feels so motherfucking good right now, dog. It's like I'm back home. God damn, this shit feel good.
Yo, if you were watching out there, man, like raise your cup up. You drinking with us, take a toast for my man TZ back in the building.
Put some claps in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some little claps on.
So we back, man. How y'all feeling tonight? Or this evening?
Good, man.
It's hot out there though.
I'm a little moist, but it's cool.
Hey, hold on, bro. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on.
Starting off wrong.
You moist over there?
Y'all niggas ain't never been moist.
Well,
saying,
put
like,
it in that
just the
type of.
humidity is got me a little damp. That's all.
I mean, damn, yeah.
I think you might need to define the word moist. It's different. It's different. You can use that.
The way you placed it, it didn't blow in that place.
I ain't even mean it like that.
What's up, man?
I feel like it's implied like that.
But it is hot though.
Yeah, it's a little warm. What y'all want to get in? Oh, let's get into what we was talking about, man. It was your topic.
All right. Well, I was thinking about this thing the other day. So, you know, I be doing that from time to time. I sit back and I ponder and pontificate.
Oh, damn, verbiage.
Big word.
I was listening to this interview with I ain't gonna go into that, but I was listening to this interview, and basically the premise that I got was, how far do your morals take you over making money? So, an example that I got from this interview was, you had the option to make a significant amount of money if you had invested in it was the prison industry. That's what it was. It was talking about the prison industry. So you had the option to invest in this prison industry and be like a shepherd in leading a certain culture to promote stuff that would get people sent to prison. Saying that it's the only thing we're gonna promote We ain't promoting no more of this. We promoting this because niggas gonna get locked up.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say you beating around the bush. You talking about
niggas getting locked up, and we want them to keep getting locked up so the prison can stay full.
You saying people are getting incentivized to
send niggas to jail.
Yeah, and it's a whole industry. It's a business.
That's the business model.
Yeah,
Promote this bullshit, get niggas sent to jail. More niggas in jail, the more money we make.
Yeah.
And then this was presented to these folks. Some people was with it, some people didn't like it, and they walked out the meeting because they didn't like where this was going. But
no, we can reference the interview. It was an interview with Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I seen the same interview, and he was talking about that. And some people say conspiracy theory or whatever, but I believe it went something like he said. And go check that interview out if you are inclined to do so. But I just wanted to let people know what he was references because I think that is important.
So
go ahead.
That give me the question that came to me was like, how far do your morals take you before you say, nah, I'm not gonna do that? Or do you let the money dictate how many morals you have? How much your morals matter in that moment? Because it can go both ways. Anybody first?
My thing, based off of that meeting that you were talking about, that you seen when you was watching the interview, it actually, in my opinion, the majority, it worked for them. The people walked out because we talking about music. That's what it was. They were talking about music, right? They were talking about gangster rap.
They was talking about music was the catalyst to help usher in their plan.
And if you think about it, what I'm saying is, at a certain point in time, we used to listen to a lot of conscious music. I mean, it was some people that were bragging, but it wasn't a lot of gangster music that was going on. And all of a sudden, the consciousness started to fade to the back. And now you can just hear, they can say about anything, and that's what you hear. But I don't know where the conscious people go. How they just fall off the earth, the face of the earth, at all of a sudden? Because that was a lane.
Like a select few, they ain't really pushing. They ain't pushing them like that. You got to be exceptional. Be one of them type of rappers.
But let's get back into I get what you're saying. But the question is, what's the question? Are you asking would you compromise your morals?
When it comes to money, how far do you stretch your morals for that money? If it came down to it, you know what I'm saying?
I guess it all depends on what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of broad.
All right, so check this out. This is some stuff that people don't really think about like this, but I thought deep about this thing. So you know how people sell drugs? Mm-hmm. That is definitely something that could go against people's morals. If you really think about what you're doing, people think about it, it's like, okay, you listen to most music, people think it's cool if you sell drugs. You know, nobody think nothing about it, but you think about what you're doing, you tearing out a whole community with the shit that you selling to other folk. But you don't think about that because it's not presented to you like that.
I think it depends on what you're selling. You can't, I don't know if you can.
Well, I guess.
Like, if you selling weed, then is that tearing the community up?
Not really a drug.
I mean,
I guess it depends on what drug you talking about, but if you selling weed, that ain't tearing the community up.
I mean, I ain't gonna, nothing like that.
Hey, hold on a second.
Oh my God.
Whoa. We can tell this nigga ain't potted to me.
Well,
look at his mic.
Hey.
Look on his stomach.
Hey, this shit ain't staying up.
Twist some
Nah, shit, that's what I thought I did. Y'all niggas ain't told me nothing.
I ain't even know.
I looked 10 times back here too. And he let that shit ride for a minute. Like, he kept looking. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga looking at?
Cause it was working at first, but then when you started talking, that shit looked weird. That shit was
Like a lean on your belly.
Y'all see how the fuck they treat me.
Nah, I'm sorry, man.
Y'all see how the fuck they treat me.
Finish your point.
Go ahead, man. You was saying, like, depending on what you selling?
Oh, no, I was just saying as far as that, like, as far as selling drugs, like, I don't know if your morals really come into play. It depends. I guess it's what you selling. Like, I mean, I understand what you're saying. If it's,
I agree.
I think it's
situational.
situational.
Like real drugs. I ain't talking about, I don't even consider weed a drug.
At this point, it's not.
I'm talking about real drugs. Like that can really mess somebody up.
Going back to Bodie's point with the rappers, like some rappers talk about the remorse that they have for selling and the impact it had on their community. I think it goes deeper than high status. I think it happens every day in corporate or in any job.
No, that was just an example. I got other shit.
People compromise their integrity and morals on any job. You got people
Speaking
who
on that one.
you got
People that will kiss major ass.
kiss ass,
to get to where they want to be, no matter who
suck
they hurt.
dick literally to gain access. You got some women who will fuck the boss
That was one of my examples.
to gain access to an easier
you
pathway.
gotta-
Shit happens.
That's true.
As a woman, if the woman know that she don't got the rent coming up, but she know her landlord might do something if she did something for him, and she come to this decision to make: do I go find this money or go find somewhere else to live, or do I do what I need to do to stay here with my landlord? It's when your morals come into play. Like, am I gonna do this, or am I gonna, do something else, or stand on my morals?
I think some people also don't have their morals defined to a T.
I mean, everybody's morals is
different.
Yeah, but some people don't take the time to even like say, this is what I'm gonna stand on no matter what.
Talking about make like a fine line, like a definite line.
Yeah, a definitive
Like, I ain't crossing this line.
I ain't crossing this. And but I think that's capitalism, bro. In a nutshell,
think about
I think it is give and take, and sometimes just think you done some shit at a fucking menial job that you was like, man, this some bullshit.
Yeah.
But is that? It might not necessarily be morals, but it'd be like, man, in any other circumstance, I would not do this.
Yeah.
Because where you sitting at that moment in time, like,
Yeah.
I got to do this because where I'm
need
at.
my job.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people go through that
Every
daily.
day.
Yeah, daily.
Every day.
Doing stuff that,
Yeah,
you know, they got to have a paycheck, right?
You might feel threatened too at the same time. About
Yeah,
like,
but-
look, if you don't do this,
They know they got to
Right,
get this
let you go.
paycheck, so I know I got to do this, but I don't, I don't agree with it. I think that goes on daily.
It's capitalism because it's a test. A lot of times it's a test. Motherfuckers will test you and be like, let me
Test
see
your morals.
how bad he or she want
That's
this.
what they doing. Test your more.
Remember when Diddy was like, nigga, go get the cheesecake.
are you going to stand up for that shit or you be like,
Walk.
Let
and
me
get me,
walk.
go
That
across
was a
that
little
bridge
different to me,
and
though.
get me the cheesecake. But
that was
still,
It's the same.
He was trying to see how hungry are
but
you
it's
for
a
this.
test. So that's if your
I mean,
morals
it's a
ain't
test,
been-
but I'm saying I don't know if they ain't testing their morals. They
It
just
could
testing
be.
to
It
see
could
if
be. You could be like, fuck, I ain't
Are
walking
you
to
gonna do what it need to take, or you gonna put your pride in front of what you need to do to get to that level?
But they also saying you gonna.
Yeah, but I think
like, I don't know about walking to a damn get some cheesesteak. That's me decide my music career. Can you relate that with the same situation?
All right, so let me play the advocate. So what was your other option of not walking to go get the cheesecake? Is that outweigh you getting the cheesecake or not?
You could just stand in line. I ain't walking to get no damn cheesecake. I'm here to rap
But you
or
got
sing
your
or whatever.
opportunity sitting in front of you. And he said go get him some cheesecake.
So if your moral is like you said earlier, all right, I draw the line. I don't give a fuck what it is. There's a line. Right? If you cross this line, I ain't putting my morals up to test against this, right? So what you saying right now is a motherfucking man asking you to go walk somewhere to get some fucking cheesecake for him. This ain't got nothing to do with music. So why the fuck am I doing this?
But
So that's your moral. So what I'm saying is like, okay, if when you ask that question just now, like, what's your other option is saying,
Fuck this shit.
fuck that.
But then you go back to just being a fucking nobody.
I
Or-
can
or-
still go get the
it could be
cheesecake and
a-
still be a nobody.
That could be right.
That's a big or.
Hold on, you could be right? Or this man could see like, okay, this nigga got a little something
He
there.
got some heart.
You know what I'm saying? Either way it go, I'm gonna stand on my ground.
So you saying that you would have never went and got cheesecake?
I ain't saying that.
no, I'm not saying that.
Oh god.
Nah, what I'm saying is,
depends.
That shit to me was fake anyway. Like the whole, it was a show.
I mean, I think it was too, but
It was a show.
I'm just saying if it was real.
if it was real, would I go walk to get cheesecake?
It's a bunch of shit that happened in that same.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was
Right,
moralistic.
it's shit like that happen all the time.
What I'm saying
right.
is, you can like those lines could be blurred to where it becomes something that's moralistic, like that. I'm saying moralistic, and that's not a word, but it could be.
That's a word.
Don King.
It could be
Don
something.
King.
It's a word.
It could be something that can question your morals in that vein. Like somebody that has power over you can test you and see if you're gonna compromise your morals. And it could be something that you really, really want. But are you gonna stand up for what you believe in? That's the difference.
Yeah.
A boss could wave this over somebody's head and say, yo,
If you do this,
Come on, bro.
suck this dick. That shit happens.
Man, come on, man.
Are you
That's-
gonna do
real
it?
shit though. Come on, man.
It ain't no amount of money. It ain't no amount.
That shit happens.
Come
So
on,
that's
man.
where it comes in. Where that's capitalism in my point of view. That's the ugly of it.
Let me twist this up a little bit. Because we were talking
There
about.
you go.
No, but my thing is, we were talking about people and morals and how you view people because of what they do. And it's some people out there. I've met a few in my lifetime. I'm pretty sure some of y'all might have too. Some people might do something that society looks upon them as the scum of the earth. But at the end of the day, outside of that, they are excellent people with good moral character.
It's true though. And it's like they doing it because they gotta
have
have a means to an end. They trying to put food on their table.
And it's almost that they doing that and they trying to do so much on the other side to kind of balance it out. You know what I'm saying?
Or saying all depends on what you believe in. It could be one of them instances where they don't think like you do. And that's not immoral to them.
Maybe it is, but they willing to make the sacrifice. Or they just gonna do what they need to do because shit got to get done.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
About the dollar at the end of the day.
This nigga you might know somebody, the most gangster nigga you ever met in your life. He ready to knock somebody out. He might do that and then go give away turkeys and gifts and shit on Christmas and Thanksgiving. He just doing shit that he got to do to get from day to day. That's how he know how to make his money, and that's what he doing.
Knocking a nigga out was making money.
No, I'm knocking niggas off.
Oh,
He just doing whatever he need to do to make money.
Yeah.
you got people that
He ain't a bad person. He just doing what he need to do.
Ain't he a bad person? He's not niggas off.
that don't make it
maybe.
right. But
They don't make it right, and
Some-
he might have more. He might have more to that.
that's what I'm saying. Some people actually believe in some of the bad shit that they do is actually
Good.
it's justified.
Justified, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
good with it
believe
because
that.
there's a means to an end.
It's a lot of them do that, but you got to respect somebody that do fucked up shit with a code. Like, yeah, I might do fucked up shit to everybody. I ain't fucking with no women.
No
shit.
women, no kids.
And I ain't fucking with somebody ain't got nothing to do with what I got going on here. I ain't messing with them. I'm just trying to do something to the people that I got problems with. I respect that.
Got morals in that aspect.
See, he might not have morals compared to everybody else, but he got his own set of
That's his own
morals
set.
that he follows. So, I mean, you got to respect it.
Let me ask y'all this before we wrap it up. Do y'all think everybody has a price?
As in,
Like a price? They say everybody has a price point that they're
That they're
willing
more
to
gonna
compromise their integrity for.
Yeah.
Do y'all
I
believe that?
think it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's some stuff I can't do.
Yeah. But that's your price.
But that's your price, right?
Cut,
on
you
what
cut it
it
up right
is.
there.
It's always gonna depend on what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everybody got a price, man. You want to do whatever. For,
I'm not about to set no price. I'm gonna say, oh, $1 billion. They say, all right, $1 billion.
You
All right,
gotta,
now you gotta go over here. Nah, I ain't
you
gonna
don't
set
give
no
you a
fucking
whole
number, man.
billion?
Yeah, nah.
I'm cool on
Yeah,
that.
you gotta.
So
you gotta let me know
You gotta let me know first. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that.
What if you was down
But
bad?
$1 billion is a lot.
That's
of
a
money.
lot.
You was
It
down.
is a lot
So
of money.
that
Alright, check
bill
this out.
ain't
Yo,
gonna clear
nah.
it ain't gonna clear my mind of what I just went through.
But what if
I don't care how
don't
much
nobody else
money.
know but you and that person?
It don't
It's
fuck
still
matter.
alright. So
that
No, but look, check
don't
it.
matter.
Check it.
I gotta live with that. No,
Nah, it don't matter.
Check it though.
That's the
Check it.
I think that's
He said, what if you can't live with it? And
that's your moral.
in the conspiracy world, the rabbit holes that I be into, they say that's why a lot of these entertainers do so many drugs because they can't look themselves in the mirror for what they've done to get to where they at.
I don't believe them niggas be doing none of that though.
We don't know.
You don't?
We on the outside
man.
in. We on the
You
outside
can't
looking
say
in.
to everybody that
I ain't
make it
saying
say
everybody.
weird
Yeah.
shit.
Not
I ain't saying
everybody,
everybody.
Everybody.
Come on now.
Saying some.
but I
I
think
believe them.
It's
I
a
do believe there's some weird
percentage.
shit going
There's a
on.
lot of weird
Maybe.
shit going on. At one point, like, think about it. I can bring one situation up. You know how they say when the smoke is fire, right? For the longest time,
Don't say nobody's name. Hold on.
I ain't gonna say nobody else. But I can bring a situation up where you got like, you know, you hear the same. Well, okay, yeah, because I ain't say situation then. But we can say, how many times we heard about certain celebrities and you've been hearing about little rumors over and over again. Then finally, like later on, shit comes out and then it's like, bro, that shit happens. It's a lot of weird shit in Hollywood. Like it's a lot of fucking weird shit. I believe that shit.
Weird shit. But I don't think like everybody.
open that
just
brief.
No,
like-
I ain't say everybody doing it.
Be like, oh.
Yeah, do you hear that angel voice? It's really the devil.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't wrap my mind around that being the main thing niggas trying to get out of people. Like, yeah, he go this money, but you gotta like, you know.
It might be more than that. It might be
Hey,
your
man,
status.
you
It
don't
might
get
be.
out of
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's the code. So they want to know if you
shit
down with the
weird.
code, so you won't never. All right, we
So
said
weird
enough.
ass
Hey,
stuff.
we'll be right
Hold on,
back.
fam. I got one more thing.
Go ahead, I'm
I
sorry.
want to throw this on there. I know y'all remember. What's that shit? Not Hunger Games. What's that shit called? Them Asian people. They was like,
Oh, you talking about that
Really
on
rich
Netflix?
Asians.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
shit. They was the money.
I didn't watch it. I know what you're talking about.
money, and
though.
they was like
on Netflix.
damn them games where they was like dying and shit.
Squid Game.
Squid Game,
Yeah.
So Squid Game is a perfect example of
Oh
this.
shit.
So
That is the perfect.
That's a
example.
perfect
say,
example.
them people
yeah.
needed that money.
Yeah.
They was willing to risk their life
For that
to
bread.
get this money. Knowing that only one person was gonna get it. It was mad people in that whole contest. They was willing to risk it all. And the fact that that was one of the rules, well, I don't know if everybody's seen it. One of the rules was if more people agree to everybody leave,
Then
they get to leave.
They can leave, yeah.
These niggas voted to leave and then came back to try to get the money, knowing that they could die in the process.
Yeah, because it was death. If you lost, you
If
died.
you lost, you
right.
die, yeah. If you lost, you die.
So
So you got a billion and one
that
chance.
means
of
I'm
that.
saying like, apparently everybody on that show obviously had a price
I
for
think
a
it's like that in
certain
real
amount of
life.
money. You say you think it's like that now?
But with hold on though, you
In
said
real
with
life?
everything? You said with any person has a price for
I'm
any.
not saying every person.
Okay.
It's people that stand on morals, but for the
Right.
most part, if you look around out here, what's going on, man?
Oh,
People
yeah,
have
yeah.
a fucking price.
Yeah.
and they're exercising their right to that price.
That's business, man.
Man, I think
Yeah.
I believe that
It's
too.
capitalism.
Now I don't know
Yeah.
about that weird shit. I don't know. I'm not ever gonna condone that.
But I don't
it's
think you
some
have to
shit-
compromise your morals in business either. I
They
think
could
you
be like,
might
yo,
have to be ruthless
think
in
you-
a sense.
But look though, all right. So you say that, and then you also, because you said it before, you believe niggas coming up in the gray area, right?
Fuck yeah, because
So that's gray area shit.
it is.
So you want to make some money, you know you might have to do some shit that you might not be cool with, but I need to do something to make some money.
No,
I ain't saying nothing weird, but I'm talking about like you might do some shit that people might look down upon. So you gonna make some money, right?
that's what happened.
That's a gray area.
It's a gray area shit. So people come up in the gray area, you know, so a lot
Competition
of
step
time
on each
people
other's
do that.
necks.
Huh?
That's a gray area.
But now you go back to the drug dealing though.
These drugs, it's a lot of shit
So
that
that's-
fall in
yeah.
the gray area.
Yeah, hell
Drug
yeah, like-
dealing, scamming.
Yeah.
Like doing a bunch of shit you could do.
Knowing that the
in the
people
gray
look
area, you
down
know,
on
it
you,
might
yeah.
go against your morals,
Right.
but you doing it because you know it can make you some money.
Or you doing it because you've been getting fucked by the system so long, you looking at it like,
Either
man,
way.
fuck the system.
Either way, but you know what? The
It's like
system
get
made
back.
you forget about your morals, though.
Yeah, that's true.
To get
So
back.
that mean that something made you give up some morals somewhere.
That's that you
When you
are
getting
not
fucked-
wrong.
If you getting fucked your whole life, yeah.
But the justification is, nigga, they fucking me and they ain't living by no code. So I got to win. I got to play their game. Some people look at it
Yeah,
like
but
that.
when you say justification sound like, yeah, I'm just doing I'm doing some shit that I might not do just because somebody else did it.
I
to
might
me.
not do to
making
this
a way for it
person
to be
because
alright.
because this person I know is good, but this system is fucking all of us. So if I just do a little something right here, it ain't gonna matter in the grand scheme of things. They still getting theirs on top. I think a lot of people think like that.
Hey. That's what I'm saying.
It's a great conversation. But we gotta we'll be right back, man. We gotta wrap this one up. We'll be right back.
Nigga, we could talk about that shit for a
All right, man. So check it. Hey, we had some technical difficulties. Named Art, but we back right now.
Named Art.
Fat core.
Back right now, man. We're gonna get into. We was talking about what morals and integrity, and would you compromise your integrity for any type of capital gain? But Bodie brought up an interesting topic. What you had, Bodie?
Topic is, do your morals change as you get older?
As you get older,
Yes.
meaning, so you said change, good or bad, or
Either or.
Yeah,
It don't matter. Change, period.
I think your morals do change as you get older, and I say that because I think things that you learn. Because I think when you're young, you get a lot of your morals and integrity and
From people.
your values from other people, like your parents, your teachers, people you look up
Oh,
to,
yeah, older
Cousins,
yeah,
whoever,
whoever. And I think as you grow older, those change depending on your experiences. That's what I think. So, and I think they continue to change throughout your life depending on what you go through. So,
I agree.
Or what you see other people go through.
yeah, that's also a good one. I think I don't know if a lot of people learn from witnessing shit, but you should.
I do.
Yeah, you definitely
It
should.
might be
You
that.
should.
I think that might be the age range and generation too. Because you shouldn't tell them like, look, I went through this when I was your age. Like,
I
don't
think
go
that's
through the same
every
thing.
generation.
That-
Every generation has
that's
done
facts,
that.
too.
Like, you don't really learn from
The previous.
the forefathers. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That
I think some people do. It's a few that really can look
it's
at
a
some
few
shit.
that do,
Yeah,
but most of us don't.
I think as humans, we got to go through it.
You got to
Yeah,
go through
It's,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Oh,
got to
no.
happen to you to really
Yeah.
know how I feel.
And
or
then you
what it
get to
feel
that point where it be like, motherfucker tried to tell me.
He was right.
And it's
I
always your
wasn't
parents too.
listening.
Like
Yeah,
that's big.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
biggest. You know what I'm saying?
They
Your parents.
told me.
Like you growing up, you get to that point where you're like, man, listen, I'm hitting teenage years. My parents don't know what they talking about because they old to you.
And it was a different
You
time.
know, like they
man.
only late 30s, early 40s. You know what I'm saying? They our age now and shit. And you like, then they old. And then you come to that part of your life where you're like, oh shit.
But on the flip side, with the question though, too, it was been some shit that I was told that as I got older, I just didn't agree with, and it was like, man, I ain't rocking with that shit. Like, and I figured out that when I was younger, I was just going along to get along because they were older than me.
Yeah.
And when I got
Probably told
older, I was
you-
like, yo, they flow for
They
that.
probably told you don't question them.
Yeah, it's
And
what.
that's kind of flawed to even say that in general.
It is. Or they themselves didn't know how to think outside the box.
They're giving it to you how they got it.
How they got it.
Oh,
So
pass
then
along
it
the
takes
shit.
you to break that. Like, hold
That
on, wait a
cycle.
minute. Let me
That
think
cycle.
outside.
Break that cycle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at least you thinking for yourself.
It depends on what it is.
I think
too.
it's a bad thing when if you, as a parent, if you put in your vibe, like everything you deem.
That's
as-
all you know, though.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't want
That's
to
what I'm
say
saying. I
bad.
don't know if it's a
can
good
be
thing or a
bad.
It
bad
can
thing.
be
I'm
bad.
just
It
saying,
can be bad.
when you come to thinking for yourself, despite what you was taught
Yeah,
growing
it
up.
can be bad.
Because I think that's the greater teaching people to think for themselves.
Yeah.
You
But-
give them what you got, but say, you question everything.
I think
Do
it's
your own research.
I think it's flawed when you try to deter a person from thinking for themselves. Instead, like say you say, I ain't gonna say nothing to specific. Like say, well, this means that, and you should do this because of that. And that person might be like, well, I got some questions about that. I don't know if I agree with that. And then you tell them that they're wrong. I think that's flawed.
I'm there right now. As far as my son is
Kids,
concerned,
yep.
there's certain things that I know is a fact, but he's one of them that he got his own mind, and I can't knock it.
Yeah.
And he gonna eventually learn, and I hope one day he'll come back and be like, "You try to tell me," but it ain't nothing that's gonna be too derogatory for him. But it's something that he can learn on his own. But it's certain stuff that I know that's fact that it ain't nothing I don't care how you see it or view it. It's a fact. It ain't gonna change.
Yeah, it is certain things, but it's also certain things. I talk to my parents now, and they still think in the same ways that they thought when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I just listen. I don't try to correct them because who am I to correct them? I just have a different viewpoint. So I listen to what they saying, but in my mind, I'm like, man, that it doesn't mean anything to me because that's not how it works nowadays.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like that saying, like, what is that? Do as I say,
Not as I do.
Yeah.
Some people just stubborn.
Yeah, once you get
stuck
to
in
a
their
certain
ways.
point,
Well,
that's
yeah,
what he's saying.
Yeah, exactly. Just stubborn.
That's a good point
Yeah.
too because he was saying like, do you your morals change as you get older?
Yes or no?
Sometimes maybe not because sometimes you can get to a certain threshold where it's like, you ever met that old grumpy person that's just stuck in their ways?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get to that point where you're not willing to bend whatsoever.
Like, I don't give a fuck at this
wrong,
point.
right.
There's
When
no
you
point.
done got real stubborn, you don't care what nobody say about nothing.
Stuck in your ways.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it like this because that's how I've been doing it, and I ain't changing.
Yeah.
And it worked for me thus far. So
Right.
But what works for you, works for you. Not for nobody
It just
else.
might not be right.
or it might not be for anybody
Yeah,
else.
yeah, it worked for you. So, I mean,
Speaking of getting older, man, grays. Getting grays on my pubes.
shit.
How do y'all deal with like the grays
hold on,
coming?
we can't just-
I'm
hold
getting
on,
my
wait a
beard
minute.
too.
We can't just
You're a
gloss
little
over
vulnerable,
that.
my guy.
We can't just gloss over what you just said that. You getting gray. I mean,
Gray
you-
hair, gray hair.
I understand that you didn't start from like
Gray hair
here,
as a whole, right? We're not even talking
but
about
we didn't start from the
Okay,
head.
so
We
wait,
ain't gotta go
there
to your
gotta be a
pubes.
reason
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
he brought up the pews first, though. Is it more significance that it came up on the pews instead of like on your head or your beard or something?
So I don't really say nothing else, man. I might like manscape my
Landscape.
yeah.
But you saying the pew that was gray and it made you feel some type of way?
Yeah. Well, nah, man. Nah, I don't feel no type of way. I'm just saying, I'm asking, do y'all, if y'all get grays in your beard or your hair
Man, look,
or anywhere else on your body, are y'all feeling like,
I got them bitches now.
Yeah, I do too.
will you,
I'm
are
fine
you
with 'em.
gonna dye them when they start to become
Nah,
prominent?
we
Hell
ain't down.
no.
We're gonna let them rock out.
Let them flourish.
I think
I mean,
that's,
because they gonna keep coming back. So I don't think there's no need.
I think I can make it a daily routine.
to dye them
Beijing.
every day.
Not daily. I'm just
not
saying.
daily, though.
I'm saying whatever the routine is.
Nah, he
You
gonna
just
just
prepare
ferment
to do
them.
it. Listen, I big care
He gon- he
anyway
gon'
right
just
now,
ferment
so I believe I can do it for a while. If I get tired of doing
Would you
it,
do it though?
I think I would for a while. At
You
first.
would?
You ain't got no graves.
Nah, I don't right now.
Not a name one.
Nah,
Not right
another.
now. Not right now. I know it's coming. So when they do, I think at first I might try it.
Hey, fam, you know what? You must be living a pretty good life.
Ain't got no grace.
Nah, I ain't.
He
I'm
must be
living.
got his vitamins.
Yeah,
He take
you live
Stress free.
Yeah, you living a pretty good life
That's
out here.
definitely not the case. That's definitely not the
Take
case.
it one a day.
I just don't have no grades. I don't have no grades. I don't know.
God bless you.
Man,
I don't have no
amen, brother.
grades yet.
Shit, got plenty.
I think it's more accepted as men to like, just accept grays other than like, women feel some type of way.
There's a lot of men that don't though. That's why you
That's
have the
Older.
yeah. You got the
Blackout.
I ain't never
The Rogaines
known
to grow your
that
shit,
I
right?
know
What's
to
the other-
dye his hair.
Beijing.
Just for men.
nah, not Beijing. It's like
Just for men shit.
Beijing's trying to get your
just for
hairline
men.
together.
Beijing is for us. You
No.
talking about some shit for them other people.
No, just-
Beijing is for us.
They got just for men
Beijing
type
ain't
shit.
died. Beijing
Just
is
for men is definitely for like
Die.
men, all
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
Beijing isn't died though.
Yeah, but it's for
What
us.
is it?
It's like some color.
It's
line.
paint.
It's the same thing.
It's paint.
No, dye is dye.
Oh,
Dye
you
would
mean
dye your shit.
dye your hair like it's dyeing it.
No, I'm
black,
talking about that shit.
black.
Them motherfuckers, they go in the back.
That shit ain't gonna wash out.
They go in the back.
It's just gonna
I
grow
seen
out.
the motherfuckers
Whip some
airbrush,
shit up.
airbrush
And they
the
come out there and
lines
be
and
painting
the
them
gray and
all.
shit. The fill in your beard.
They airbrush at the barber shop.
I seen the dude
Every time I go in
way
there.
back there, and he had a.
I think when I got grays on my shit right here, like on the corner, but I'm gonna embrace my shit, man. I think
Got
I'm
to.
gonna apply for the silver foxes. Y'all ever seen the Silver Fox dudes on?
Yo,
You talking niggas that wear the shades and the turtleneck?
I think
internet.
I think your application gonna fly through with flying colors.
I don't think so. I don't dress like them, but
You gonna have
Nah,
to.
but
You gonna have
You
to
gonna
fit
throw
in.
a different swag on it
Switch
though.
it up one day.
you gotta
You
get
gonna have
with
some
change the
morals.
culture.
You got some swag that
I'm gonna have to buy some
it's-
suspenders.
No, you gonna
It's gonna
change
be
the
some,
culture.
it's
and
gonna be some
turtlenecks.
different shit for you going on.
You got about
You
some
gonna be ready.
turtlenecks, suspenders.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
But no, I got grays in my beard. Got grays in my hair.
Be hollering at
I mean,
grandmas and
it's-
aunties.
I ain't dying that.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
ain't
gonna dye my
coloring.
Yeah, fuck
It just
that.
is.
I got a lot of grades in the top of my head.
Yeah, that shit
A
fly.
lot. Like every time I look at it, I'll be like, damn. My whole shit almost gray up top.
Yeah, what you?
I must be stressed out.
Nah, it ain't straight.
I don't think
They
they
say it
gotta be
comes from
stressed.
wisdom too, but I don't know if I believe that either.
I don't know. I don't believe nothing. I'm just saying I got a lot of gray hair. Shit weird, but whatever. I ain't gonna die. I won't
You ain't
never
gonna stress
die.
about it.
No, I'm gonna just let that shit rock out. It's
Rock
just
it
gonna
out,
be
man.
gray. I hope one half of my damn goatee turn gray. I'm gonna let that shit rock right out too. Just half of it. Just
Half
half
of it?
my shit.
Like you two faced.
Yeah, that was a
Nigga
question.
two
That was a
faced.
question I had. You ever seen like it be a nigga? His shit might be a gray stripe.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
So he got the gray stripe and then he dyed the rest of it, or that's natural.
I think
That's natural. That's what I'm saying.
That's natural.
It might be.
It's only part of it grows.
I hope my
Sometimes
shit do that. I hope it do that.
Like had a
Yeah, like just a little gray shit right down the middle.
I follow David Banner, right? Overnight, his shit
His
turned
shit
gray.
was gray. His shit gray right down the middle.
No, he had a patch. And then overnight, his like
the whole shit was great.
I say overnight. I'm exaggerating,
Yeah.
but like you can see his change happening. Like if you follow him, he had a patch at first, and then now you look at it, all that shit gray.
Yeah.
But he's a real wise dude, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna let my shit rock out, man.
I got to.
You know what I'm saying?
Me too, man. Let it go.
I ain't about to be
Yeah,
just for me and mine.
I'm gonna be part of Salt and Pepper Gang.
See if I can
Hopefully,
pull some coolers.
I'll rock my
Coolest
shit,
aunties.
grow my shit out.
Young chicks fucking with the grays too. Salt and pepper.
Yeah, they do. They like
Think
that.
you got some
As
money.
long as you got some change in your purse, your coin purse, you got change in the sugar daddy with the gray beard.
I ain't trying to be all that.
I had a turtleneck on, the blazer. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna be one of them.
You ain't gonna be one of them.
Nah.
We good?
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk about getting a BBL.
We can talk about that shit. We should have. Nah, that's
Ain't
next
nothing to
episode.
talk
Next
about.
episode. That's the next episode. So, transitioning from that subject, we could go on and on about that subject, but we
Oh, forever.
wrap it up. But, what you got for us, man?
All right, so I guess we trying to sticking with the theme of morals. So, do you all ever feel like when you just want to give up on trying to be a good person? Like I'm not trying to do nothing. Like maybe somebody used to you being
A certain type of way.
a certain type
Yeah.
of way, helpful, honest.
So you talking about in different situations? Though?
I mean,
Oh,
it has
yeah,
to be.
like-
I guess you would say in general. So, I mean, because you might choose to do that with certain people.
Certain people.
And you might choose to do that in certain situations. Or you might choose to just live your life like that for a while.
Right.
I mean, I guess there's different ways you can go about doing it, but just you done got to the point where you just tired of trying to be a good person and you just gonna do whatever you feel at the time.
That's all the time though.
Okay, can you expound upon that?
Yeah, so like, when you are, you know for a fact, like yourself, when you're labeled as like a good person, like, when you have a good heart, right? So you get joy from doing different things than most people do. Like you get joy from helping people, you get joy from being there for people. So like, say for instance, Randy, 2-3 times a week, he calls me. I go out of my way to help him do something. Hey man, can you help me come do something? I change my whole schedule for Randy, to help him. I'm there when he need me, blah, blah, blah. I'm just a good dude. This is what I do. It ain't nothing extra. This is just what I do. But then this one random time, I hear Randy up like, hey man, look, on your way to your house, you getting off and you come past my house, can you just help me do? I don't get that same love reciprocated, like it don't come back to me, right? So like not only Randy that this happens, this happens between with a lot of people. So like you just have that heart, like this is what I do. Like I help you out, I do what I do, but you don't get that same love back. At one point, do you say, all right, you know what? Fuck this shit.
I ain't helping nobody.
Fuck this shit. When I need somebody to be there for me every once in a while, I don't get that same love.
That's the plot to the Joker movie.
So the catalyst is people are taking advantage.
So you feel that way.
Yeah,
you feel that way.
Or no, it is that way.
It is that way, or yeah.
Like you saying, it's not just that one person. It's several people.
It's several people.
Where you
Just
seeing
because your whole mentality, you kind of get to the point where you're like, okay, you know what? Majority of people things like this, like
taking your kindness for weakness.
Right. It's all about them. So at one point, do you say, fuck it? Hey, do you feel like you're not getting ahead? You ain't getting nowhere. And you see these same people, you may see these same people thriving. And you're like, damn, why is it that I got a good heart? I do the right shit. I'm always going through shit.
Mm-hmm. I got a example, not to cut you off, but this is a perfect example, I think, just on the outside looking in. Y'all know who Terrence Martin is?
Yeah,
Yeah. Huh?
You talking about the producer?
Producer, yeah. Y'all remember, like, recently, not too long ago, he put out that he would no longer be working with his rapper friends or rappers, period, because they don't reciprocate. He was giving like production off of the love. Y'all know who Terrence Martin is. Terrence Martin had a big hand. He's a producer and musician. He plays like a lot of instruments. He had a big hand in like To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar. He did a lot of production on that. Real talented dude. He has his own solo career also. But I think recently he was saying that he was like the love that he was giving out, he was just doing shit off the love because he had friends in the industry. Mm-hmm. But when it came down to them reciprocating, it was business.
See that right there? We'd get real murky.
And I think, and that's how I interpret it. I don't know the whole story, but that's how I interpret it. And then, like you were saying, you get to a point where it's like, damn, man.
You expect the same love back and you're not receiving it.
You realize it. Like you realize, okay, look, this ain't, I'm not getting that same love back.
To play devil's advocate, do you think some people might not even realize? They might just be like, yo, that's just who you are. Mm-hmm. And they not trying to take advantage of you. They are taking advantage, but they
don't know that they taking advantage.
They're not doing it consciously.
They're not doing it on
saying,
purpose.
Yo, this is just who you are.
I think that's all the time.
Let me tell you what
you
you saying goes back to when you were saying that some people get their morals from other people when they're certain ages. Mm-hmm. They was raised that way to not even realize I'm taking advantage of this man, or I ain't shit to this man after he done did for me and I ain't doing nothing. So it goes back to the same thing.
And do you fault people like that?
After a certain amount of time, I think so.
After a certain amount of time,
yeah. Because
I feel like you get a pass for a certain amount of time because you're a product. You became a product of your environment. Nobody
and you know how I
showed you or taught you how to break the mold.
I show you.
So now you grow up thinking the same thing. So you don't know. You have no idea what you're doing is actually wrong or hurting somebody.
And if you don't say anything. Sometimes you don't say anything.
Yeah, true. Right.
They gonna keep
how do they?
Treat you like,
you could be like, yo, hold up.
But see what I was saying about you saying a certain amount of time. If it's somebody that I know like that and I'm doing what I'm doing for them, they should see me moving elsewhere, and I might be in the same position they in, and I don't do it the same way they do.
Yeah, right.
After that, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing something for somebody like that, they know me.
Yeah.
So they seen me, and eventually it's gonna be me and somebody else, and they see how we move.
Yeah.
But damn, something ain't right about how I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It should eventually, but you gotta. There's a certain amount of time.
I think a lot of times we assume that people should move the same way we move, and that's where we fuck up at.
Yeah, the expectation is a big thing.
Yep.
You expect
people to move, and just because you think something is common sense, you expect people to automatically know
Or you expect the same
I just
treatment
had
back?
that conversation too.
Sometimes you gotta just let it be known.
Yeah.
You can't assume. You gotta be like, yo, hold up, man. We moving wrong right here. We got it's a disconnection right here. We need
And
to
I think
address
if you
it.
lay it out right,
Yeah, but
It
a lot of
shouldn't
times
be
we
no-
don't lay it out because we expect it automatically because
Yeah.
that's how we move.
Yeah.
and everybody don't pick up on that.
Yeah, it goes back to what Bodie was saying. The moral shit is we was raised a different way and we seen different shit and we sometimes we might just be taking advantage of the shit. Like, damn, if you gonna let it go,
I'm gonna keep on rocking with it. Who ain't?
Fuck it, that's the beauty of life, man. Fuck it, it's different shit, different
it's
type
like
of
you
morals.
going to work and you know the motherfuckers go. You come in late, 15 minutes every fucking day. You gonna keep towing the line until they say something, ain't you? Are you not? And it might not even be consciously. It might be subconsciously. It might be like, man, this is after
You know you get away with it.
yeah,
so
after
like,
the
they ain't gonna do
threshold,
nothing
it's
about
like, bro, I've been going in this lane. Nobody say nothing.
I'm good.
We say that all the time, man.
It's human nature.
Hey,
If
look.
you gonna walk that boundary until something is said, or somebody do something to you, you gonna walk that line. Some people do that, and I've seen it a lot. I'm asleep at work for 6 hours, and I work 12. Ain't nobody gonna say shit. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna come in late every day until somebody. If they don't, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, that
Why
happens. That does happen.
all the
look.
fucking time.
From what y'all was saying, I mean, this is very good dialect. What y'all was talking about in response to how someone else treated you that made you act accordingly. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about when you just decide, yo, I'm just gonna be a piece of shit.
But it got to be something that makes you.
Yeah,
just
that's
be
what we
that
was
way.
getting at.
I mean, like,
Sometimes
I'm
it's
just
a-
saying,
I don't
I'm
think
saying
I'm gonna
you
wake
just
up and be
feel
like-
like you might though.
Sometimes there's a catalyst to that, though. A lot of times there's a
It's something
Something has happened.
like
Like
All right,
it's
so
trickled
check this
down.
out.
You're just gonna wake up and be like, man, fuck all this shit. You're like, all right.
Like, it got to be a cause and effect to me.
Maybe.
Like, it got to be something. Be
Maybe
like,
you
something.
tired of that shit.
It
Maybe
probably
you
was
tired of
shit.
living like
But
that.
tired of what though? That's what I'm saying. Like tired of what?
But I'm saying, like, okay, so say
But
for instance, you been living like that, you been the model citizen, but it deep down
You tired
in
of that
you
shit.
bored as fuck.
But that's the cause.
And you
that
want
made
something
you,
else to happen in your life, so you like, no, fuck this. I don't live like this no more.
But,
I'm gonna do something that makes me feel good.
Exactly. But that's
I
the
want to be
cause.
excited.
That's
Yeah,
the
some
cause.
riff-raff.
That's the
They
cause.
don't really got nothing to do with nobody else but you.
It don't have to be. It's still a cause and effect scenario. Something caused you to be like, you know,
Your
that
boredom.
shit, what you said. Yeah.
But what if everything doing good, but you just bored with being perfect all the time?
It don't. It's still,
Y'all ain't never seen nobody that had to be perfect all the time. And that shit just wore them out.
what is considered perfect.
I'm talking about it just like it just had to be on point all the time.
Yeah, them same people.
That happens.
Like
Yeah,
politicians and shit, like
Oh, yeah.
people like that. They always had like you might have a principal of a school that everybody think is so great,
That
but
one
really
time.
behind the scenes, this motherfucker doing wild shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just shit just be boring, and you just want to do what you want to do.
Yeah, you see a lot of like, I think you see privileged kids do that a lot.
Yeah,
They've
do
been
that
they've
a
been
lot.
shaped in this mold for so long. When they get to a
just be
certain
bored.
point, it's like, bro, it's time to rebel. I don't want to fit into this. I want to break out of this.
Yeah, I seen that in my own family.
It's still a
Trust me.
catalyst to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen
it's
that.
like something's causing that.
But what would be the catalyst if you had everything going for you and you just
That
decide, yo,
exactly what you just said. the
I ain't
boredom.
even saying like fucking up your life. Just I'm
doing
just
outside
doing
the-
whatever I want to do today.
Yeah, you doing outside the regular norm of every day of what they expect you to do. You don't want to do that shit no more.
And some
go
people just
against
want
the
to
grain.
find. Some people just
Exactly.
want to find their way.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to have it lined out the way mom and dad did it, or somebody else told them how to do it. They want to find their way.
Go, yeah. Tear up the blueprint.
Yeah.
Make your own.
Good or bad. You
Good or
see it.
bad,
'Cause some
like-
people stand in that shit. You doing everything. You seen the kid that has
It's that second child.
Motherfucker.
living luxury and then they just
Go ahead.
degenerate. Like, but they trying to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
It happens.
They don't want to follow the blueprint. No way.
16, 14, whatever. Got a brand new Benz at 16.
Look,
Wreck that bitch.
I was watching this show. I think it was on HBO or something like that. And the dude on there, he was married to his well, of course, his wife at the time. He was married to his wife. Him and his wife had problems. She went on and wanted to be with somebody else, some other dude. So She came and told him, I don't want to be with you no more. I want to be with this other dude. He took the shit bad, but he, whatever. They had a kid together, though. So they had to co-parent. So she would come back. Because she ended up moving, like, overseas somewhere. She ended up coming back. Would it take care of the kid or whatever? Dude moved on. He wanted to have another kid. He had another kid with another chick. But he said that the way his life was, he got bored. And she was perfect. And the kid was perfect. And his life was perfect. But he just was fucking bored. So he was cheating on her every chance he got. Even fucking his ex-wife. The one that cheated on him. He wanted to muck up his whole life because he got bored with the chick that he was with.
It happens in relationships all the time.
He said, I don't even think I'm a good person no more. And I don't care.
I don't know if I could happen. No.
You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. Just it's gonna make you feel good. You don't care what happens. That might make you a bad person to other people.
That happens.
Perspective is everything.
That happens.
Yeah.
Oh shit, got too deep. Niggas got quiet.
Ain't not quiet.
No,
I don't know how
it's
to
some
comment
shit
on
I
this
want to
one.
say, but I don't really want to put it. I don't want to
say really.
take it there. It happens in relationships. I was gonna bring up relationships. It happens in relationships a lot, and I'll probably edit this point. But bitches are usually the ones to do that. It's not the man. Bitches are usually the ones that do that.
Oh, man.
When they have something perfect, they have the perfect man, and you treating them right, they'll go left.
Yep.
Once it
get boring.
Yeah, it gets boring to them. They'll go left because they done change you. They done feel like they conquer you.
But
So,
are they wrong though?
Nah, not necessarily. I guess it's what you want. As a man, you got to recognize that. That's why you be
Can't recognize
you know what I'm
game?
saying? Like you do what you do. But that shit happens in relationships a lot. It does. It does.
Cut.
I ain't know I'm scoring there.
You know